Jordan. I think we'll be in good shape there. Mentioning the fog, it wasn't so much fog here in Indianapolis from that camera vantage point. That's actually low cloud cover. At the surface here in Indianapolis, it is relatively quiet. Now, we may see some of this fog expanding as we go throughout the morning. So this is up in Clinton County in Frankfort. Yeah, it is a little bit thick there. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's mainly north of Indy is when we're actually seeing some of that low cloud cover hit the ground. But again, case in point, you're looking at the surface. East side of Indianapolis, fine. Carmel, fine. Cicero, Westfield, no problems. Greensburg's okay in southeastern Indiana. And even up in Fort Wayne, we're in pretty good shape here for this morning. But we go to Fog Tracker, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's mainly north of Indy where we are dealing with some fog issues here, anywhere in the areas of yellow. And this is kind of creeping down to the south a bit. So we may see some of this fog expand over the next several hours. Don't think it's going to be anything strong enough or dense enough to issue a dense fog advisory or anything like that. But again, just keep in mind that visibilities could quickly change here as we go throughout your morning drive. Outside of that, that's really our only bump in the road in the forecast, not only for today, but over the next several days. You got a stationary boundary that's working through the state. High pressure up north is going to really just kind of have a stronghold on not just our state, but much of the Midwest over the coming days. And so that's going to leave us with an abundant amount of sunshine as we go over the next several days. And so we'll be in really good shape as we go throughout the day. Again, there's the view from our backyard. That camera we were looking at earlier is way up here, so it is stuck in the cloud cover. But at the surface, it's looking a little bit better. 64 right now, northwest wind at around 8 miles per hour. Did pick up a little bit of rain over the last 24 hours, just over a tenth officially at the Indy Airport. No issues at the bus stop outside of maybe some of that patchy fog here for the morning. Temperatures comfortable, mid-60s at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock temperature at 65 as well. Around the metro area, 64 in Noblesville, 64 Carmel, 64 Anderson, 65 in Greenfield, 66 Shelbyville, and 65 currently in Franklin. Statewide, we're pretty consistent across the board. Mid-60s from north to south, 66 both in South Bend and all the way down in Louisville, 66 as well in French Lick and Bloomington, Terre Haute, Muncie at 65, closer to 70 down in southwestern Indiana around Evansville here this morning. Temperatures will sneak into the low 80s this afternoon. Dew points are a little bit more noticeable this morning. We'll call it into the mid-60s, but those should scale back just a bit as we get later in the afternoon. Lower 60s for the dew point. That's pretty dry air for the most part, so it should be fairly comfortable as we go into the second half of the day. 81 for a high in Muncie, 80 Richmond, 83 in Columbus, and 83 for a high in Bloomington. Tonight, quiet, 60 degrees, partly cloudy, just a very light northeast wind. And tomorrow should be another beautiful day, maybe just a touch warmer, 60 in the morning, mid-70s at noon. We'll finish with a high of around 83 degrees in the afternoon. Overhead, as I mentioned, Futurecast is going to keep things very quiet through the midweek with high overhead. You're going to have plenty of sunshine. You're going to have very light, if any, winds through Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we'll have to watch a little system ejecting out of the northern plains. There's not a lot of energy. There's not a lot of moisture involved with this one here, but it could be just enough to squeeze out a few rain chances as we get to the end of this week. Not until then, though. I think Friday is going to be just a very spotty rain chance. Right now, it looks to be more so in the morning. So looking way ahead, Friday Night Football, I think, should be another very pleasant night as we gear up for week number 2 of high school game day action. Should be in good shape here. Peterman Brothers, heating and cooling 8-day forecast. Again, very quiet stretch here. We gradually kind of warm things up to back to above average temperatures starting Thursday. 86, same thing on Friday and Saturday. Right now, I'm going to have the weekend dry. Saturday, 86. Sunday, sunshine, 88. Could be close to 90 as we carry over into Monday with a chance of storms to start off the new work week next week.
Thank you, Mark.